My cousin, who was in prison for about 10 to 15 years, when he was released, saw it and immediately exclaimed, "Oh my god, what is that?" Look at the graphics. For my cousin Michael, it was the Game Boy Advance. Man, this was back in 2006. I think feels like yesterday and a lifetime ago all at once. Michael had been inside for a solid 12 years, some half-assed armed robbery beef from when he was 22. That just spiraled out of control with bad lawyers and worse decisions. The family had mostly moved on, or at least pretended to, but when his release date popped up on the calendar, it was like a ghost showing up for dinner. Me, my mom, his sister Susan, who's basically my aunt but whatever, and a couple of our chain-smoking aunts crammed into Mom's old minivan that morning. The prison was a couple hours out, this gray concrete slab in the middle of nowhere, Indiana, surrounded by cornfields that stretched forever. We blasted some oldies on the radio to kill the Narzeagles, mostly nobody saying much about the elephant in the trunk. We got there early, parked in the visitor lot that smelled like diesel and regret. The gates bust open around 10 a.m. And there he was, shuffling out in state tissue jeans and a hoodie that hung loose on his frame. He'd lost weight, easy 30 pounds, and his beard was this wild salt and pepper mess. But those blue eyes lit up when he spotted us. "Holy hell, look at you all," he said, voice gravelly from Dessous, dropping his duffel bag to hug Mom first. She teared up a little, squeezed him like he'd vanish. Again, Susan was next, punching his arm lightly. "Don't you dare pull that shit again." Mikey and the aunts fussed over him like he was a kid coming home from camp. Me, I hung back, awkward as hell. I was 8, scrawny with a bowl cut Mom gave me herself, clutching my Game Boy Advance like a security blanket. Last time I'd seen him was a fuzzy prison visit when I was a toddler. He sent me birthday cards with stick figure drawings of superheroes, but that was it. We piled back in the van, Michael's shotgun because guest of honor or some CRA-P, and headed to this roadside diner called Betty's Greasy Spoon Heaven with checkered floors and a jukebox that hadn't worked since '95. The place was half empty, just truckers, nursing hangovers, and a family out for arguing over syrup. We grabbed the big corner booth, menus sticky from God knows what, and ordered the works. Stacks of pancakes drowning in butter, scrambled eggs, crispy bacon that snapped when you bit it, hash browns fried to oblivion, and endless pots of weak diner coffee. Michael tore into it like a man possessed, first real meal in over a decade that wasn't mystery meat or powdered eggs. "This is what freedom tastes like," he joked, syrup dripping down his chin, and we all laughed a little too hard to cover the lump in our throats. I wasn't much for the grown-up talk, so I fired up my Game Boy under the table, the screen's glow cutting through the dim light. It was that Star Wars game, Revenge of the Sith, Anakin slicing through droids on some lava planet, lightsabers humming in pixelated glory. To me, it was just filler. I'd beaten it twice already, and the controls felt mushy compared to mine at home, but Michael caught a glimpse over his coffee mug the way the character jumped and swung that glowing blade. He froze mid-bite, fork hovering. "What the fuck is that, Ryan?" He whispered, like he didn't want to scare it off. I looked up, surprised he'd never seen me play before. "It's my Game Boy," I mumbled, tilting it so he could see better. His eyes went saucer-wide, leaning across the table so fast the salt shaker rattled. "Holy shit, look at those graphics. Oh my god, that's insane. Susan, get over here, you seeing this shit? It's like a goddamn movie in your pocket." Susan scooted around, peering at the tiny screen, while the ants craned their necks, chuckling. Michael was hooked, bombarding me with questions faster than I could answer. "How's it powered? Batteries? Does it connect to the TV somehow? Wait, you can save the game, like pause your whole adventure." I demoted for him, showed Anakin force pushing enemies